we have Mr. Yasir Al-Bayati. He's a certified project manager from PMI and also Italian
ISI, PM.
ISI, PMI, like PMI but based in Italy. So we have a good experience working with MNC and local companies. So he manages project which worth more than 1 million euro. So one of it is with building up a Fiat infotainment, right? So today he's going to talk about this is our topic, how to be a good project manager and a common mistake. And also if you have any questions you want to ask, I know that Mizan, you have a lot of questions about project management and also startup company. You can ask, feel free to ask, yeah? And also Sultan. Sultan already have one question. We will ask you afterwards, all right? So thank you. Now I give the floor to you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Today we will talk about how to be a good project manager. As Dr. Kamral introduced me, I will skip this part. It's always uncomfortable for me introducing myself. Guys, today I'm gonna talk in general. I will not go in deep. So if you have any question, please raise your hand and ask me. Don't wait till the end. Yes, please.
Question about the project manager. I have a question about that. How does the hierarchy affect the project management? Like if the project manager did a simple mistake that can be corrected by the guys work with them didn't point out the mistake. They were afraid that their boss, the manager.
Okay. Let me answer this question at the end. Yeah, I will not start deep from now. I will keep it till the end. But if you have any question related to the topic I'm talking about, please interrupt me and ask me. But general questions I will answer by the end of the lecture. I believe everyone needs to know project management, not only project managers. Why? Project management you need to learn soft skills, you need to learn finance, organization structure, that's related to your question, planning, risk analysis, so all these things. By the way, soft skills, for example, when you are in a meeting and don't expect, in a meeting with the client, don't expect everything will be according to the contract you handle. And it's really not that acceptable. You say, okay, this is not in the contract, because end of the day, you want the project to be successful. And how you handle that. So you need to have the right soft skills to know when to say yes to certain demands from the client and when to say no. And that can be useful even with your wife, with your husband. So it's not related really only to project management. For example, planning. For example, finance. Tomorrow you will have the responsibility of your house finance. So you need to know how to handle that. When to invest, when to save, all these kind of things related to project management. Project management, it's the first step in any management level. When you learn project management, right, you will know how to manage department, manage team, manage whatever you want to manage. So it's the first step. Everyone, in my opinion, needs to know project management. Now, how to be a good project manager? Basically, we have 3 areas you need to cover to be a good project manager. The first one, you need to have the strong background, the strong knowledge about the theories of project management. For example, waterfall. It's a must. Everyone needs to know waterfall, as I think we teach waterfall in the university for everyone. That is a must. That's the first step. You need to know the methodology of waterfall. And in my opinion, you need to at least you have another methodology with the waterfall you need to know. For example, the most common one now in use is Agile. And basically, it's used in software projects. So, for example, you need to know tools in project management. For example, Jira. Jira, it's a tool that helps you manage your team. For example, you need to know MS Project. MS Project is where you do planning. Some construction companies, they use Primavera. So you need to have a tool that you do your planning, and based on that, monitoring on that, so everything is structured. And you need, the second area is the type of project you are managing. For example, you cannot manage a software project and you have no idea how to program. I'm not saying you need to be the most expert in the team. But when they have a problem, you understand what's going on. Otherwise, your team, when they face problem, they don't feel safe to come to you because you will be useless. So you need to have a background. I don't say you need to be the most expert. A background on the topic, on the subject you are managing. And the third area, which is really underrated, really underrated, is soft skills. You need to have soft skills, leadership skills, and we will talk in general about that, but not in very details because otherwise it will be psychology class. But we need to know. Okay, so we move on to soft skills. So we have, So soft skills, we need to have 4 must-have soft skills in any project manager. Excellent communication skills. Number 1, we're gonna use it with the client. If you know how to write email, documents, that everything is clear, direct, that is important. When you sit in the meeting, you explain yourself clearly. As I said, you know when to say yes, when to say no. You need to have leadership with your team. So when I want this by the end of this, do you do that as really this is an important deadline? Or you just try to pressure your team? Some people just pressure the team without any really useful reason behind your deadline. So you need to have the communication skills, everything clear, how to approach, how to talk. This is very important. It's not about project management, any management. You need to leave a positive energy, a positive vibe inside your team. And I will give you a very simple example to judge if you are doing this right or wrong. You know when the team takes a break and go for a coffee, what do they talk about? Do they talk about how to improve the project, how to do this better, or how to waste time? And you know, like, in this time I used to do this, so I waste the time, I'm not working.
Brainstorm productivity?
No, brainstorm, this is, no.
How to ensure productivity during the work with the project?
I will a little bit talk about that, about type of persons when you build up a team, and it's common.
I think it differs from a team to another.
Exactly. And part of your job is to build the right team. So what type of team you want to include? Plus, again, even if I get the best team and my leadership is wrong, do you think they will perform? As they say, there is a British proverb that they say, I prefer to have an army of sheep with a lion leading them rather than an army of lions with a sheep leading them. So even if you get the right team with the wrong leadership, you will lose the team. Then the third task is team building. Team building, when you build a team, there is forming, storming, norming, and performing. Forming, putting the team together. Storming, when you build a team, the team will not go smooth. Let's say they will resist. Each one, like, I want to do this, or depends on the type of the team, as you said, or everyone wants to show that they are the leader. We know, and we don't trust our teammates, colleagues, or you will have those type of team that no one wants to work, no one wants to take responsibility. So everyone will say, okay, let's other colleague do the job. So they will storm. The team is not working. It's not working together. After that, they will norm. Norm, it means things will cool down. Things will cool down, and everyone knows, let's say, their limit, their potential of the colleague, and then they start to perform. And here, that is your job to manage these 4 phases in creating a team. And time management and quick response. When you are a project manager and one of your team sends you an email asking for a help in something, and you respond after 1 week, you are losing the confidence of the team. Like they don't trust you anymore. So this is very, very important, that rapid response time in project management. Now, I have a question. Now, you are the project manager. What type of authority you have over your team? What type of power you have over your team?
Assigning tasks.
Why should I follow you?
Because maybe I have some skills that are better than the one who I
Correct. So there are 5 types of power gained to the project manager, which the first one is the formal power, that you're the project manager, everyone needs to listen to you. My question is, when do I use this power? Is it my only power? Do I use it every day? Exactly. It really depends. But that's one type of power. I'm the project manager. Everyone needs to listen to me. Second type, reward. I have a very good employer in the team. I give him bonus. Example. I give him flexible working hours. I give him extra holidays. Whatever type of reward. So when you give rewards, like you have the power to give rewards, so they will listen to you. So they get the rewards at the end. The third type is penalty, the opposite of the reward. When you don't do what I want, you will be punished. Deduct from the salary, overtime not paid, whatever type of punishment. And there is expert. For example, in so many cases, especially not nowadays, like almost ever, let's take example of software company, the best programmer we have, he will become a project manager. So anyone has a problem, they will go to ask him because he's the expert. He knows how to do that. That is if he's good technically. If he's not technical, they know this guy will protect them. They will help them. So he has the right leadership, so they gain respect, the right leadership. And the last one, which all we've seen and all we hate, is someone from higher position assigned a project manager in the team, and everyone needs to listen to him because he has someone important in his back. So we've seen it. Which type of power do you prefer to use when you become a project manager? Reward.
I think expert.
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 Expert. Most cases, you will use more than one, but there is one, it will be your main idea of running the project, and then you adjust depending on the type of personality you're dealing with. And personally, I agree with you guys. Expert is the best management power you can gain in the group. Be a project manager or managing team, or you didn't work enough to build the right team. If that is your fear, that you're wasting your time. As a project manager in general, you will not have big team. As a project manager,
Most of the time it's best.
yeah, as a project manager, you will not have big team. Like even if you are the CEO of a company, literally you can manage individual if the company is small. But
Be an expert in coding, but not expert in marketing. So then use the other type of power.
no, still no, because as I explained earlier, the expert power, it doesn't mean you're expert in only technically. You can be expert in leadership. How you motivate your team. How you motivate your team. I never considered myself the most expert technically. Never. I never introduced myself as the most expert technically. Although I'm a computer engineer, like all my projects is related to what I studied. But that is not my strength. My strength is the right environment. When you give them the right environment, they will give you the right job. Now we go a little bit in psychology, and that's related to team building, when you choose who you want in your team. Maslow, he's really went in details studying the human behavior, human needs, human psychology, and he came up with this basics five levels of needs, and that's called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The basic one is psychological needs, which all cannot live without. We need food, we need water, we want warmth, and we want rest. Lacking one of them, we will die. So all of us need the psychological need, the basic needs. Then there is safety need. This is the second level. Once we finished, we can eat, we can drink, we want safety. Safety, we want security, safety. We all in this world need the first two. Belongings and love. We all want friends, we want to get married, we want to have children, we want all this psychological effect with psychological relationship with someone. Friendship, love, whatever. Esteem need. It's a prestige and feeling of accomplishment. So a little bit pay attention here once we get up. And the last one is self-actualization, which is achieving one's full potential, including creative activities. Is that clear? All the 5 needs? In your opinion, everyone in this world needs all these 5 needs? No. No. Not everyone wants all these 5 needs. My opinion, personal opinion, all these 3, everyone needs them. This, so many faking them. So many faking them. They don't work to gain it. They fake it. The last one, no one ever touched it. They don't care. Very few people goes there. Understanding yourself helps you know where you want to go and what's your strength. Questions? Now, other fellow, he made it simpler. He divides people into two groups and called them theory X and theory Y. Very simple. He didn't want to complicate his life. Very simple. Theory X, people needs to be watched continuously. Theory Y, people are willing to work without supervision and want to achieve. By the way, try to link between McGregor and Watt's law. Try to link and see what's going on. Now, let's go a little bit in details to understand theory X and theory Y. In theory X, people dislike work. Whenever possible, avoid it. You've seen such people? We all seen people try to avoid work whenever it's possible. Theory must be, they must be corrected and controlled. So they want to tell them, put this pen from here to here. If you give them the rule, they will not follow. You need to be specific. Take it from here to there. They will do. Threatened with punishment. So this is what they are afraid. They are not motivated. They are afraid. You get the difference? So if you give them motivation, they will not do. Avoid responsibilities. As they say, no, if you don't work, you don't make mistakes, no punishment. This is the people with this theory. This is their mentality. Seek formal direction whenever possible. Why they seek direction? If anything goes wrong, sir, you told me. I did whatever you told me. Display little ambition. Place security above all factors. I'm working here. I do the minimum, get my salary end of the month. That's it. No risk taken. If we want to link McGregor with the previous theory, where they fit, theory X. No, it's, as I said, like the first 2, 3, everyone needs it. So after the third level, they will stop. Exactly. There, and they will stop. The last 2, they don't want to touch it. They don't want to come close to it. On the other hand, according to McGregor, there is theory Y. Theory Y work as a natural as rest or play. Like some people like to play, I don't know, PlayStation. Theory Y, they come up with something, with solution for a problem he's working on. So work is hobby for him, not work to get money. It's a hobby. Self-direction and self-control. Those people, in general, they don't like to be micromanaged. When you micromanage them, you'll have a conflict because they believe in their skills. Wait for me till I get the final result, and then you judge me. And he's willing to take responsibilities for his result. Commit to objective. I took a project, I will finish the project. I don't care who made the mistake now. My goal is how to overcome this mistake and finish the project, and then I will study the project. What went wrong? Everything is recorded, and he will study, learn from his mistake. Remind me for this point about the structure of a project, according to your question. To be honest, I didn't put many attention to this point, but it's very important question. So I will come back to you. Make innovative decisions. Always they want to improve. How do they want to improve? By innovating, finding a better way to fix this problem. Learn to accept and even seek responsibilities. So, as I said, they like to work, they like responsibilities. Not only accept, but even seek it. They will seek the responsibility. So, according to you, theory Y, where do they fit in the previous hierarchy? Theory Y. Top. Yeah. Yeah. He's in the top. Yes, please.
Since you mentioned McGregor,
Yes.
I would say Habib as well, as a theory Y. Habib,
Okay, I didn't know Habib theory. What does he say?
is self-drive. So he encouraged himself to... he
Habib,
motivated
the
himself.
okay. Okay, now we
Similar theory, so...
This is what I wanted to talk about in soft skills. So soft skills, not only communication. We take it as only communication. No, it's beyond communication. When you build your team, it's beyond communication. There are type of people. What type, sorry, that's, we were talking about building a team, and we come talking about the theories. This is really important, guys. When you are building a team, what do you want to achieve? What's your goal? To reach a result. Satisfy the stakeholders.
Succeed with the project.
Succeed with the project. Okay. In short, those people, one, will take you beyond your expectation because they will innovate, they will work, they will try to achieve better results, shorter time, less cost. So they will help you to be unique. They will help you to be the best. Those people will always tell you yes. Those people will always tell you yes. Those people will make you the best. Which one you want to hire? That is your choice. You want people to tell you yes? You need to hire those people. You want to be unique? You want to be the best? You hire those people. You hire these people. You need to micromanage them. You hire those people. You need to give them the freedom. It's important. Who asked me the best power? Depends on the team you build. What's the power? Depends on the team you build. If you build this team, punishment is the best power. If you build this team, expert is the best power. Depends on your team. Sir, because which type of management you're going to take? You need to go in details and ask them, do this, do this. I cannot give them a task and I know the task will be done. I need to follow up every time. If you do the same with those people, they will quit. You gave me the job. That's my responsibility. Why are you taking decision on my behalf? They will feel insulted. So how will you manage? Which management type you're going to? So it's better. By the way, that's in theory the job of HR. In my experience everywhere, not only in UAE, it's really underestimated. The work of HR is really underestimated. And the role of HR, they take copy-paste questions from you as XYZ company in US, they have their interview questions and they take it from them and apply it to everywhere in the world. It doesn't work that way. Different culture. It's different culture. They need to be good enough to know this culture. What do they want? How they manage. Questions? By the way, by the end of this slide, I will close the topic of soft skills in project management.
Can one person have like a couple of personality from theory Y and one personality from theory X, but you help them to remove one of the features of theory X to make them better?
One person has theory X and theory Y? Okay. We born with certain characteristics, characters, and we change with time. And you need to understand, is this a major issue? You can change or you cannot change. Personally, I've seen people changed. Personally, I've seen people hopeless. Hopeless. Like you cannot do anything. You try all the management techniques I've known. No, they don't want. They don't want. This is my comfort zone. Don't touch it. Because I received wrong information from here, because I don't know. They will find excuses. Those people will never say, I made a mistake. Some, yes, if they see the right management, they will change. Some, no. So you need to know which type of team you want in your team. Which type of person you want in your team. Guys, anything related to soft skills? Yes? No.
You mentioned to pick the right employee,
Yes.
you should know psychology. Can you go deeper on that?
On psychology. If you want to go deeper in psychology, you can arrange with Dr. Kamarov to prepare another session. Because no, we cannot go really in psychology. Our topic is project management. This is psychology. You can talk to Dr. Kamarov to arrange. Anything related to soft skills before we move on to next topic? No. Okay. Next topic is you need to know project management techniques. One of the most common things I've seen underrated today is contract organization. What is contract organization? Who has heard this term before? Contract organization. Yes, what's contract organization? Contract organization is not only the contract type, is linked with the payment scheme. So we call it contract organization. So contract type plus payment scheme, that is contract organization. Every project manager, when you take a project, please ask about your contract with the client. Depends on the size of the company. If the company, let's say small, that you will do as a project manager. If it's very big, you will receive the project done. Once you receive the project done, don't start choosing the methodology for your project without knowing the contract organization. Certain methodologies cannot be applied with certain contract type. Cannot be applied. And if you apply it, you will lose huge amount of money. I've seen projects cost 200% of the original estimation. You know what 200%? Can you imagine 200% of the original price? Not 10, 20, 200%. Not only one time, repeated for the same company. Don't you stop and think there is something going wrong? Simply, they were choosing the wrong contract with the wrong methodology. With contract types, we have the most common two fixed cost projects, which I will do this project with this requirement. It will cost 100,000 dirham. Boom. I don't care about what happened next. The prices of I don't know what raised, I don't care as a client. We agreed about 100,000. That's it, needs to be done 100,000. There is another type of contract, most common one, time and material. Time and material, so the employees, let's say the employees, the material you're going to use, equipment, plus certain percentage, which is your profit. That percentage is your profit. My question, if you have to choose one of those two, where are they? This and this. Which one are you going to choose? What's the difference? What's the main factor between the two? By the way, these are two extremes, and there are many in between, many, more than 5 minimum in between. I'm not going to talk about it, but just these two, most common one, the two extremes. What's the main factor difference between them? Risk. The main factor is risk. In fixed cost, who takes the risk? The company will implement, will take the risk. Time and material, the company will pay, will take the risk. So this guy took the 100% risk, and this guy took the 100% risk. Like the other party doesn't have risk. Fixed cost, the client has zero risk. I don't care what's going to happen in the market. This is fixed. So normally, if you're going to sign a contract and you have the option between the two, if in this contract you put 10% your profit, here it needs to be minimum 20 because you're taking the whole risk. And then again, there is risk management. You can estimate your risk and put the price. Yes, please.
Let's say you want to work with a software development agency. Which type of contract do you guys implement?
So you're going to implement a software?
Yeah.
Is everything clear?
Everything is clear. Like we have
So you,
say how the
sorry,
project.
you're telling me, if you are a company going to implement a software,
They will develop the software.
you're going to develop the software. If you can take time and material, it's safe.
Not my company, the other company will develop our software.
Then go for fixed cost because they will take the responsibility. They will take the risk. They will take the risk. So try to avoid risk. Yes, please.
Does all of the types have the overestimated budget and underestimated budget?
What do you mean?
Because some projects have like a certain budget, but if something went wrong, we have like the extra budget here, which is overestimated and underestimated.
No, that has to be calculated with the risk management. It needs to be calculated. Plus, there is a percentage of profit. So these are your safe net. Risk, you calculate the risk and you add percentage for the risk. And there is a profit. So if anything goes wrong, you have safe net, let's say. Okay. By the way, I didn't start with project evaluation before the presentation because I think it's a standard wherever you go to study project management. The first thing they will teach you the project value, future value, present value. So I didn't go there. Like, it's one of the common knowledge in project management. So a little bit, your questions are related to that. What are the main attributes in a project? That is easy. We have, client has a scope. And he wants to finish his scope in certain time. And that will have a cost. That is easy. The job of project manager is try to do the scope in the shortest time with minimum cost. Depends on the project methodology. One of these will be variable and two will be fixed. Depends on type of methodology. And depends on the type of project, depends on the type of contract, type of payment. So that's why I asked you, don't accept to take a project without knowing the details. Now we will just give you an example of the two most common used methodologies, waterfall and agile. In waterfall, scope and time are fixed, and the cost is variable. On agile, time and cost is fixed, and scope is variable. How can the cost will be variable? Anyone can tell me? Someone asked me a question related to that. You asked me something, a question related to that. Okay. Cost is variable. I mentioned cost, not price. For example, construction. You have to finish something in 6 months. Finish it. In 3 months, you're supposed to finish 50%. Let's, simple example. Finished 3 months, and you finished only 40%. What you need to do? You need to add more people, so the productivity will be higher, and then you will finish on time. When you added more people, the cost on you will become higher, because you cannot risk time, and you cannot risk scope. So what you have to change is the cost. On the other hand, agile. So to understand agile, why agile came up. Agile came up in software houses. For example, Samsung and Apple, let's give a simple example. Apple released in this date. Samsung released in this date. They have to release in this date. There is no other option. Otherwise, they will lose in marketing strategy, and they will lose the power and the marketing place they gain. So on this date, they have to release their software or their product. So what they did, they have cost. Let's say we have, simple example, 10 employees will work on this project for 6 months. So we have time and we have cost. That's it. Whatever they can reach, we will release. And then later, we continue working. So whatever they can reach, we will release, and the scope can change, even if they couldn't meet the scope assigned to them. So this is the idea of agile, how it was born, and where it can be used. Not for all projects. Not for all projects. So this is the main difference between the two. Any question related to theories, project management, methodologies, questions? No. So the third part, I didn't mention it, that you need, so the 3 areas you need to know to be a good project manager are, you need to have the right soft skills, you need to have a strong background about project management methodologies, and you need to have a strong background about the type of project you are managing. Type of project you are going to manage, I cannot teach you in 1 hour. Like, it's the whole degree you study to understand this type of things. So now I will give you, just from my experience, some of the common mistakes in the industry. This is the interesting part. One of the guys here ask about OBS, organization breakdown structure. I've seen so many mistakes in the organization breakdown structure, and it's if you don't have the right organization structure, really the project. You know, the good project manager, when something is not good project manager, doesn't have anything goes wrong with his project. There is no project in this world that has zero problems. No. The good project manager, when you have a problem, you can identify it because everything is structured correctly. When something goes wrong, you can identify it and act upon it. I remember once I had a project and I had a meeting with the manager and I told him, in 2 months we'll face a problem. He told me, Yasser, you are so pessimistic. I'm not pessimistic. That is my job. I need to study, and after 2 months, we will face a problem. According to the study, it's not, I decided after 2 months we're going to have a problem. No, according to my study, after 2 months, we're going to have a problem. He said, no, you are pessimistic. I said, okay. To be safe, you just send an email for the record. No one took action. After 2 months, we had a problem. A huge one, because no one took action on it. And I was not allowed to take action because I'm just pessimistic. So you need to see. Everything needs to be structured and see. You're going to have a problem? Yes, you're going to have a problem. The difference is you act on it. Without organization, you cannot identify it easily because it would be like lasagna. Everyone doing everything. Not lasagna, macaroni. No macaroni, spaghetti, 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 spaghetti. Guys, a project management office, I've seen so many companies working based on projects, and they don't have PMO office. PMO office is an office that studies all the previous projects, and with today's technology, they can link it to data science, and they can learn what are the mistakes they are doing and what's the best way to implement certain projects. Guys, this is my favorite. This mistake is my favorite. Wrong skills of appointing a project manager. I will talk about it the last, but for example, I just prepared an example of organization chart for a project, an example. This is related to softwares, this example. You have project manager, you have business analyst, you have architect, and under the architect, you have senior consultant, consultant, and junior consultant. Yes, please. Yes.
It's about the software.
This is related to software.
But how an architect designing the software?
He's architect and software. The one who designs, his name is architect. Anyone who designs, he's an architect. Not only building.
Because it wasn't specified elsewhere.
Okay? Look, project manager, he has the project management skills. The business analyst, he understands the business that they're going to create the software for. So each one assigned for a reason. The architect, the most expert technically. And you have the team, senior consultant, consultant, junior consultant. Ideally, you put all these teams in one project, yes. So everyone learn, this guy will learn from this guy learn from this guy learn from this guy. So it has, when you build a team, you need to think of improving the quality of the team. Not only finishing the project, you need to look at the future and the present quality of the team. If you don't train your team, your competitor will eat you. So that is an example. The PMO used data science to improve the project performance. Once I tried to apply it, by the way, it's not that easy to create PMO and apply data science to it. You need to know the right factors, you need to have the right people, the right mentality, but you don't know how much it will save for the projects. And the last one is my favorite. Project manager skills. The wrong one. How project managers reach their position, what is the impact of that, and what is the solution? I'll give you a scenario. And you tell me. Now, let's assume, take software example, software company. And let's say we have 10 programmers. And we have project manager position open. And you want to hire someone from your team to be the project manager. Who will be the one chosen? In 99% of the cases, which one going to be chosen? The one with connection, correct. But leave that aside. The one with connection. No, other than this. Let's say ideally, in the common industry, who will be promoted to be the project manager? No one can guess. Come on, it's easy. The oldest? The best fit? The most experienced, the best in the team, he will be promoted. The best in the team, he will be promoted. No. That is two different topics. Don't mix them. Correct. The best will be hired. Look at the impact of that. First, you lost the best in the team. You lost the best in the team. Second, you don't know if he has any of the project management skills that is required to have. That is number two. Number three, if he's the best in the team, he likes what he does. You cannot be the best if you don't like what you do. If you like what you do, you will micromanage team. If you micromanage team, you will lose the best. No one good enough likes to be micromanaged. The team is destroyed by having the wrong decision, which is very common in the industry. The team is destroyed. So that is really my favorite one, my favorite comment. It's really common. But no one think beyond he's the best, let him be the leader. No. No. I will. The best fit in character can be a project manager. Is he the one who knows how to control his emotion? Is he the one who knows how to protect his team? Is he the one who says we instead of I? We and I makes a huge difference.
So he needs to be
Is he the one who he receives pressure from the above and give it to his team, and vice versa? Or the team is overwhelmed and explode to the above, my team is not working? Or he manage between his level and his team, his level and his managers. He's supposed to be a layer. Why you are there? If the pressure up comes down and pressure down comes up, what's your position? What's your position? You need to have a position. You need to manage and understand the team you're managing. Are they really overwhelmed and the management is still angry? No, you need to explain to them, you cannot be angry because they are doing what they're supposed to do, and vice versa. Yes, please.
No, I was just saying the characteristics of the next PM manager. You should have a background about
All of them they have, because all of them they are in the team.
Yeah, leadership, teamwork. and
But
project
the others, exactly, the leadership. Who has the leadership? This is the important. Not who's the best, who has the best leadership skills. Guys, I will give you case study. It depends on Dr. Kamarol if the time is finished or we move on. I don't know, but this is interesting case study related to project management methodologies and which type we choose. So I just wrote it yesterday, like not very detailed one. So your client asks you to implement a new technology project. What do I mean? Why I said new technology? It doesn't have clear output. So we want to improve. Let's say, do you remember the digitalization when it comes to world? When digitalization came up, we don't know the exact result, but we want to move in this direction. The client doesn't want to take risk. By the way, I said it clearly, but it's not. In reality, no. They will ask for fixed price contract. And in reality, most of the projects, they go for fixed price because the client doesn't want to take risk. The client goes for the fixed price contract. Which methodology to implement? Is it a question to think about it at home or we continue? What time is it?
7:15.
Up to you, doctor. Because up to you. At home? Okay, any question, guys?
Can I answer the question you mentioned?
Of course you can.
Is it the one that the methodology what the cost?
Sorry?
The cost?
fixed or time cost.
Yeah, the waterfall? Yeah, the waterfall.
Do you know why I gave you this, this example? This case study? This, if you have, okay, thank you. I'm just going to answer. I will not go in details. This, today, me as in the current new industry, new technology, this is a common practice I face. Now, it depends which type of people you hire, type X or type Y. Because both methodologies fail in this case. Both methodologies fail in this case. So you need to create a hybrid methodology between the two to be able to finish this project. I have the details on this hybrid, but it's really deep technical. No methodology can solve it. No methodology. Ideally, no methodology can solve it.
Is there a methodology with varying time? Or is usually just fixed?
No. The definition of a project, it needs to have fixed time. The definition of the project.
Even if it's from start and finish, like you should.
Exactly. There is a start and there is a finish. If you didn't finish and the time finished, the project finished. The project finished, the result failed, but the project finished. When you get extension, that new project.
But let's say you are doing your own stuff.
I'm talking about the technicality in definition in the project, like not in reality. Yeah, for you it's the same project, we get extension, and we move on. I'm just talking about technicality. The definition, for example, in the exam, you need to write from this to this.
Right? So, and then
I have
last
another
question? Yeah,
question, yeah.
please.
What is an advice you would give for the software development projects?
Choose your team wisely.
So like if you have good friends, are good friends good team members? Or they are the worst team members?
If you have good friends, are they the best team members? Are they theory X or theory Y? Are they theory X or theory Y? If they are theory Y, you are really lucky. They are your friends and they are theory Y, you are really lucky. If they are theory X and they are your friends in your team, poor you. Poor you. So, really, which type of personality are they in? All X, right? Like, let's be realistic.
Mostly
80% of people around us are type X, theory X. And why? The question is why. Not all of them born theory X, but they get punished of creativity. I've seen it. People get punished because they are creative. So they said, why? I'm supposed to be rewarded. Why I get punished? Because the manager is theory X. So he feels threatened. Sorry? Most of theory Y, they born with it and they work on developing it. But you can get someone theory X with the right encouragement to be theory Y. He will not be the perfect theory Y, but he will fit in your team. If he wants to. As a joke they say about psychology, how many psychologists need to change a lamp? Who knows? No. They need one if the lamp wants to be changed. Anyone got it? One if the light, so if the employee want to change, you can change. If you face resistance, no, you cannot do anything about it.
All right, so there is no more question. Oh, thank you very much. No, come on, have a seat.
Guys, did you like it seriously? If you have questions in certain topic to go in details, because literally each slide of these, 1 hour is not enough. Contact Dr. Kamarol to organize. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.